Hey, we are live. Saturday Night Live with Ken. How in the world are you doing? What is happening? So I wanted to come on here, man, like to sit here and say that you know, it all starts with a thought. It all starts with a thought. And here I am tonight coming to you live from the Oval Office. Okay, I'm not really in the Oval Office. I think you guys know that. So I don't even know where to start. I just hung up the phone. What's up, Robert? How you doing? Joe Ingram. I just got off of the phone for over an hour, well over an hour, with Mark Victor Hansen, who called me. Thanks, Pam. Pam loves my office. Thank you, Pam. Mark Victor Hansen called me. I spent over an hour on the phone with him tonight, and he was talking about something that I cannot disclose that we're going to be working on together. I can't even believe I'm saying that. But there's somebody else involved in this project that I just can't say who it is. But he Joe, he might be watching. He's a friend of mine on here, you know. Let me put that up there. Hey Mark, that's Joe right there. So I gotta tell you, like, this person that he brought in on a three-way call, I mean, I can't, like, you wouldn't believe it. Here's what I can say. Tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have an incredibly special guest on my show, and I'm doing a special Sunday edition of the show. I am telling you, you don't want to miss this. It'll be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. That's all I can say. You know, when I was a kid, I was accused of, yeah, Jason, you like my new house? We nicknamed it the White House. I know it's already taken, but you know, who's gonna notice? When I was a kid, I was made fun of. I was called a pipeline dreamer. I was told that I dreamed that I needed to get my head out of the clouds over and over and over. But there was something inside of my little brain that said, keep dreaming, man. Keep dreaming. Keep thinking big. Don't let other people hold you down. Don't let other people hold you down. Don't let those stories that other people have convinced you are true. Do not let them stop you from dreaming. And I'm telling you right now that I just spent over an hour on the phone. First off, I took a screenshot of Mark Victor Hansen calling me. I had to. It's like it's a dream come true. This guy is Mark Victor Hansen is one of the most amazing people on planet Earth. He's been one of my mentors for years and he didn't even know it. And calling me and asking my opinion on an idea. And I'm like, I can't even believe this is happening. And then wanting to include me, and then bringing somebody else into the call. And I mean, I wish I could tell you who. I can't, but like, I'm telling you right now, Jeff Hart, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Joe Ingram, I'm going to put you in timeout. Hey, Larry Schneider, how are you? So I'm just telling you, like, it does, your education level doesn't matter. It doesn't. I mean, I don't even know how to put it in words. I honestly don't. Sherry Gideons, I love you. You're amazing. You and your sister Pam. So I look, hands, pen, Joe. This is all for you, Joe. All for Joe. Look, I'm even holding one of Joe's pens. Look. The BDC Genius. All I can say is stay tuned. And I genuinely love and appreciate everybody that follows me and helps me and shares my stuff out. And you know, I'm absolutely blown away. My wife, the what she's been doing, the work, the product that she puts out, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I go live, right around then, I really, really, really would love it if you got, because it will, trust me, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe who I'm bringing on the show tomorrow. I'm doing a special edition. I'm booked up all week with interviews. So I'm doing a special tomorrow, Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. And I got to tell you guys something. Like, you know, like I said, I have been, I was told my entire childhood that, you know, things like, you're a pipeline dreamer, stop dreaming, get your head out of the clouds, get into reality. Rich people are evil. You know, all of the nonsense, the garbage that was fed to my brain. And man, I'm here to tell you that, number one, rich people are not evil. And I just got off the phone with, can't tell you who, but I'll just say this, Forbes wealthiest list level stuff. But like it should be Forbes kindest heart list, because it was, I can't even put it in words. If you can't tell, I cannot put this into words, but, I'm, and please don't message me individually, because we might be best friends. I cannot and will not, no matter what, I will not say who it is. I can't. But I'm telling you that just watch tomorrow. Just watch tomorrow. I'll be on at 3 o'clock, and I need this to be shared to the world, not for me, but for the world. I promise you, you will not want to miss this. So, how big can you think? Pam said, I just texted you. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I did not. Don't believe that nonsense. I did not. So think about, like, everything. Jeff Hart, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Jeff is such a good guy. If you guys don't know who Jeff Hart is, and Jeff, you can put your credentials in there, because I know I'm going to butcher it. I believe Jeff is a legacy certified trainer and coach with Zig Ziglar. And I don't know all of there's a lot of titles that go with that. He is an amazing human being. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know the difference between that and the time zone you're in, you probably shouldn't watch me. Sorry. I am just being a smart aleck tonight. But look, I don't care what lies you've been told. I don't care what anybody ever said about you. If anybody has ever said you're a dreamer, you need to get your head out of the clouds, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough, you're not capable, anything that you've ever been told, I want you to put that away. Put it away. Get it out of your head, get it out of your life. Start dreaming and thinking bigger. I promise you that Jeff, no, I can't. And on top of it, daylight savings time ends or starts tonight. So I don't know if it's ending or starting, but I know it's changing. We are springing forward tonight. The time changes tonight. So, you know, I literally, I got off the phone and I walked into my wife and I said, have you ever heard of this name? And she said, no. And I said, no, this name. And she said, oh yeah. And I said, yes. And she goes, what about it? And I go, I just got off the phone with Mark Victor Hansen and that person. Her eyes went, are you kidding me? And I go, I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. So I can tell you that man, whatever's holding you back, whatever is holding you back is 1,000% in your head. It is in your head. And I'm serious. You've got to let go of what you think you are to become, excuse me, to become who you're supposed to be. And I mean that, man. The Justin Bieber. Yeah, not Obama either. So look, I'm at a loss for words, which is rare. But number one, the fact that I just had an hour and 20-minute call with Mark Victor Hansen, and 30 minutes of that call was with another, I mean, giant on a 3-way call. I can't say, Patricia. I cannot say. But what I can say is you do not want to miss when I go live at 3:00 tomorrow afternoon. You do not want to miss that interview that I'm doing tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. That's all I can say. I didn't almost say anybody's name. I'm Pam is mind blown and she doesn't even know what's going on. You think you are? I am. You'll just have to see. Stand by. And I hung up the phone and I was like, I can't believe that just happened. But then I thought, yes, I can believe it. Yes, I can, because I wrote it down. And I wrote it over and over and over and over and over. And I've written it for many years, and I've all of this stuff. And I'm like, these gigantic things that that I wanted to have happen in my life are starting to unfold. The gigantic impact I wanted to have on the planet, on this, in the world, is starting to unfold. And I'm like, man, I can't even, I don't know how to put it in words. I don't know how to put it into words. I really don't. Sherry, I love all the guesses. You guys are funny. Nah, this is on a completely different level than that. I mean, way different level than any guesses you guys have put out so far. So just, I'll leave it at that. Listen, let go of all of those stories, that are swirling around in your head about what you can't do. Because that is what's holding you back. I promise you. When you start writing down the things that you can do, whether you believe you can or not, write it over and over and over and over. Imagine it happening. See yourself in the situation. It's absolutely unbelievable when you open up your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit to receiving everything that God wants you to have. You were not created and put on this planet. Do you realize, do you know what the odds are of actually being born? Do you know what they are? It's like 402 trillion to 1. Something, it's ridiculous. It's like maybe 400. Somebody Google it real quick. It's like 460 trillion to 1. And the odds of winning the lottery are like 250 million to 1. You have a better chance of winning the lottery like every day for a solid year than being born. And I don't care what you were born into, how abused. I don't, it doesn't matter what you've been through. Once your mind starts to believe it, you will begin to see it and receive it. I promise you that. You have to let go of the stories, man. Let go of the stories. Let go of the programming. Let go of the programming. The odds of you being born are about 1 in 400 trillion. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth and Joe. And the odds of winning the lottery are what? Somebody Google that. What are the odds of winning? I think it's 1 in 2. It depends on which lottery, but I think it's like around 1 in 260 million or something. Like, and I don't know what the difference is in the odds, but there's a huge discrepancy, right? The odds of winning the lottery are way much greater than being born. And you made it. You are here. And so many people walk around this planet telling themselves these negative stories, buying into the crap that somebody else taught them, buying into that, listening to those stories hundreds of thousands, if not more times, that you tell yourself in your head. You're replaying the same tape over and over and over, and you're believing it. 1 in 302 million of winning the lottery. So how many times does 302 million go into 400 trillion? I don't know, a lot, right? And so you won the race, man. You were meant to be here, not to walk around telling yourself all of this crap and living in mediocrity and living in, I mean, you were born for greatness, and people are walking around on this planet living life otherwise, thinking they're not good enough or smart enough or strong enough to make a difference, to make a positive impact on this planet, to help other people. And that's just not the case. It's not the case. It's not the case. You were created for unbelievably great things. And I don't know if you guys saw my interview with Todd Cahill, but Todd, my camera's acting wonky. Todd said something that impacted me in a very, very powerful way during my interview. He said, you know, I have this belief that when I die and I go through the gates and I get to meet God, I'm going to go up and God's going to have a couple of TVs set up and he's going to have a remote control in his hand. He's going to play two different videos for me. One video is going to be what my life could have been and should have been. And the and he's going to say, man, it matches exactly what I wanted, your life. And then the other video is going to be what my life actually was. He said, I believe that's going to happen. And I want to make sure that I'm living the life that I'm supposed to live. I don't want to get there and go, yeah, man, oh man, wow, I missed the mark on that one, didn't I? But you cannot start playing bigger. You cannot start having a bigger impact with a little mind, with small thinking. You can't. You have to think bigger. You have to think bigger. And if you think that you can walk around in life being a taker and get anywhere, you can't. Regret TV. There you go, Samuel. Regret TV. Go through life. Get up in the morning and say, maybe you pray, maybe you don't pray. I pray. Get up in the morning and say, Father God, how can I help positively impact someone else's life today? How can I do that? How can I make a bigger difference in the world? What can I do? Look up the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Read that prayer. Make me an instrument of thy peace. Help me sow love in the world. How can I make an impact in someone else's life in a positive way? That doesn't mean that people aren't going to do dumb things. That's not what that means. That doesn't mean that people aren't going to tick you off. That's not what that means. It's going to happen. People are going to do dumb things. You're dealing with people. You're dealing with people. Just remember that you know, people are watching you too, okay? People are watching you too. And remember that, you know, judge ye not lest ye be judged, for the same means that you use to judge other people are going to be used to judge you. And that doesn't mean when you're dead. That means right now. Right now. I swear I thought I just saw that lampshade over there move. Did y'all see that move? That's not creepy, is it? So look, we were all created for unbelievable greatness. Absolutely unbelievable greatness. You cannot walk around in life anymore living in a mediocre lifestyle. You can't do it. Ed Milet says you'll be introduced to the you were designed to be, and he wants to be identical to that Ed. Let go. I mean, here's the thing. I hear this let go of the past. And I haven't. And I don't think there's any such thing of letting go of the past. That's going to stir up some trouble, isn't it? Saying something like that. Ken, how would you know? Trust me, I don't think you can just let go of the past. Alan, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can't just let go of that. I don't think that's possible. But what you can do is reframe it. If I told you everything I went through as a child, you would wonder how it's possible that I'm alive, probably. I won't do that because I've reframed what happened. What happened was supposed to happen for me to become the person and the man that I've become, to give me empathy, to give me understanding, to help me impact the world in a much, much greater capacity in a positive way. So I don't walk around on this planet saying, poor me. Oh, poor me. I'm a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm not. What happened had to happen to make me who I am today. But see, a lot of people walk around going, well, you don't understand, man. Blah, blah, blah. My uncle did this to me, or that happened to me, or I got beat up a lot. And like Jack Canfield said in The Secret, he said, so what? That's just called the so what. So what? Get over it. Here, build a bridge and get over it. Move on with your life. Pray for those that caused you harm. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Don't call yourself a Christian then. Don't call yourself this religious good person if you can't pray for the people that have caused harm for you. I don't want to hear it. And I guarantee you the big guy don't want to hear it. Like, live it. Live it. Don't talk about it. Live it. Live it. And when you start living that way over a period of time, repeatedly, making mistakes, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. You're not perfect. Neither am I. Nobody is. You're going to go through this stuff and it's okay. It's okay. So many people say, oh man, I just, I'm going to be different. I'm going to change. I'm going to do this different. Here's how you do it. Ready? Forgive the people that have hurt you. Number one. How do you do that? Pray for blessings in their lives. You don't understand. Yes, I do. I promise you I do. Pray for them. Send them blessings. And then, because you're a screw up, just like I am, just like everybody else is, you've screwed up. You've made some big mistakes. You have sinned against God. You have. Tracy, President Walls. That's funny. I've never been in the Oval Office until now. And hey, Don is traveling and he said, dude, just go use my office for your live stream. I said, thanks, Don. Uncle Don. Appreciate you, man. So no, like the most difficult thing, there is one person that if you forgive this one person, it will be the secret. It'll be the key to unlock everything. And that is you, for what you've done wrong. What you've done wrong. You've got to forgive yourself, man. Like if you don't forgive yourself, you're done. You're done. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive those that have harmed you. Forgive the people that have hurt you. But the most important person that's harmed you is you. So forgive you. So when you're saying prayers and sending blessings to the people that have caused you harm, send blessings to yourself. Oh, I can't ask for myself. Now we're getting to the real root of your problems. Now we're getting to the real root. If you can't ask for divine guidance and blessings for yourself in your life, there's something deeper going on, man. And you got to uncover that, because you, 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born. And here you are. Hey, Kim Buchanan, how in the world are you doing over there on Periscope? It's good to see you. Forgiveness will set you free, but it doesn't happen in one night. Remember this. There are 3 seasons. There is the planting season where you're planting the seed. There is the gestation period. That's where it has to grow, has to turn into what it was supposed to be. And then there is the harvest. Nobody knows how long the gestation period is. It may be 30 years. We've all heard all the analogies about Colonel Sanders was 65 years old or whatever, got his first Social Security check and realized I ain't going to be able to make it on this, and decided to do something about it. And it took him 999 visits to different restaurants before he finally got it. And I don't even know how old he was, but he died a very wealthy man. And more importantly than dying a wealthy man, he died leaving it all on the field. He gave it everything in life. And too many people. My grandson is replacing you with Blippi on YouTube. Well, hey, okay. He left it all on the field. And maybe he lived the first 65 years of his life believing all of those stories from childhood. Maybe somebody told him, you're not smart enough, good enough, handsome enough, whatever, that you can't make it. Maybe that's why he lived the first 65 years of his life in a mediocre style. Who knows? I don't know. All I do know is this. I had an unbelievable conversation with Mark Victor Hansen, who called me. He called me tonight. Bob Donnell. I spoke with Bob Donnell today. Had an unbelievable conversation with Bob Donnell. We did a live stream together promoting. I can't even believe I'm calling it promoting. We're having this dinner here in Columbus. Only 20 people are allowed to be at the dinner. It's $100 to come to the dinner, and that includes your dinner and 3 hours of Bob Donnell and me and the guest of honor that we have there. There's no promotion to that. If you don't get that, then you don't get it. But you know what? You had a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born. There is a 1 in 302 million chance of winning the lottery. That means that your chances of winning the lottery are so much higher than being born. I mean, I don't know. Somebody needs to tell me how many times does 200 or 302 million go into 400 trillion? It's a lot. I mean, thousands of times, right? It's got to be tens of thousands. I don't know. My brain doesn't go that high, but it's a lot. Your chances of being born are so much higher, or winning the lottery are so much higher than being born. Yet there are people watching this right now that would go spend their last $100 to play the lottery. Dude, you were born. Like you're here. Right now, you're here. You're alive. You're breathing in oxygen. You're functioning in life, and you're walking around telling yourself all these crap stories that somebody else programmed you with, and you're believing them, and you're not living life at your fullest potential because of my association with Bob Donnell, because of Joe Ingram introducing Bob to me, and then Bob introducing Mark Victor Hansen to me, and Mark Victor Hansen calls me tonight out of the blue, mind you, out of the blue, calls me, and we end up in an hour and 20-minute long conversation, and Mark shares an idea, wants my advice and input and opinion. I give him a little bit of my opinion and advice and input, and he goes, "Oh my God, I got to get so-and-so on this call with us. Do you mind?" And he was so respectful of my time, which just, it's Mark Victor Hansen. I told him, I said, dude, if I was sitting here with Donald Trump right now having a conversation and you called me, I would say, "Pipe down, Don. I got a call from Mark Victor Hansen coming in. We'll have to get back to this later, bro." And he chuckled, of course. Okay, I probably would say, "Hey, Mark, I'm hanging out with the Don right now. Can I call you back in a little bit?" But like this other person that he brought in on this call, like there's superstar, and then there's a supernova, and this person would be probably, what's above a supernova? I don't even know. Like this person is, yeah. Anyway, make sure that you tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have somebody on the show. I'm doing a special Sunday edition to have someone on the show that will blow your mind. I promise you. Patricia Lynn Burgess, you need to come to this dinner in Columbus. It's $100. Have dinner with me, Bob Donnell. It's Next Level by Association. Patricia, if you didn't see the thing I did before, I don't have it ready to put the link in. If Bob Donnell's still on here, if he can drop it in, it's $100. That pays for your dinner, and it pays for 3 hours of hanging out with me and Bob. We'll have a special guest of honor. Some of the previous guests of honor at Bob's dinners for the Next Level by Association have been people like Les Brown, people like Greg Reed. Greg is actually on my show thanks to Sherry Gideon's introducing me. Greg Reed will be on my show on Monday. You definitely want to be at this dinner. Next Level by Association. It's the last Friday of this month, March the 27th, from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it. And here's the thing. I didn't even finish because the show went a little off the rails last night. I didn't finish saying, what it was that held me back in my life. And what it was that held me back in my life was not taking action. Not taking action. When I knew that I should. And there are some people on here right now going, "Man, it's only $100. I really need to get to that dinner. I need to drop all my excuses, all my BS, all the crap, all the stuff I'm making up in my head about, I got to be here, I got to do this. I don't care what you have going on that Friday night. If it's not brain surgery, you need to be, even if it is, see if you can get it rescheduled. Be at this dinner. Brain surgeons work on Saturdays. I'm kidding. If you're having brain surgery, go ahead and get it done if it's scheduled for the 27th. See if they'll do an outpatient thing. I'm just, I don't know. Just sitting in the Oval Office makes me funnier. I don't know why. Patricia, you can do it. Yes, Patricia, I will send you, or Bob, somebody, I'll get you the link. There's a link you have to go to and sign up, and you pay Bob, it goes to him. If you don't know who Bob Donnell is, I suggest you look him up, because I'm telling, Pam said, stop calling me out on my, oh, whoops, there. Patricia says, count me in. She's in. That's awesome. I can't wait to see you again. And Pam Aubrey is, and that means that there's only 16 spots left. I know. I think I saw it move too earlier, man. Like, whoops, this one right over there, that one right above my pen. I swear I saw it move. That was weird. So look, all of your excuses, you can't cash them at the bank. You can't. I have missed out on so much stuff in my life because I didn't take action when I knew I should have. You know, Gary Vee talks about how, I forget who it was that came to him. Hey, Robert. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Jason Erlacher over on Periscope. What's up? Gary Vee talks about, I think it was the founder, somebody from Uber originally came to him and said, hey, I would like to have you invest in my company, this new idea I have. And Gary was like, that's a stupid idea. I'm not investing in that. I'm not a, hey, I want to lose all my money investor. And now he regrets it. I promise you, he regrets it. So listen. Yeah, you can go to where Bob just put that up there. Next Level by Association .com. Click on Guest Past in Ohio. Let me see if I can pull it up here real fast on my computer in the background. See all upcoming events, and I can pull up a link directly to the Facebook page too. Here it is. Here it is. Let me drop the link in. There's that. And then I'll put it over here on the personal feed. There it is. And I will pin it to the comments if I can do it. There, I pinned it. So make sure that you hop over there and get a ticket while you still can. Look, this is not a fear of missing out thing. There are only 20 seats available. That's it. Once they're gone, they are gone. 20 seats, 20 people. It's not a pitch fest. It's not that. It is, as Bob said, if you didn't see our stream earlier, Bob and I together earlier, you know, we're 20 people coming together that want to get better in life and in business. It's not a place for you to come and pitch what you do, because that's not what it's about. That is not what it's about. It's about getting together. Bob has introduced me now to Nick Lowry, is a friend of mine here on Facebook now, working out the details, trying to get Nick on my show. Nick is in the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame. He's the #1 point scorer ever, kicker. and most accurate kicker in the NFL. I mean, he holds all kinds of records. The dude is amazing, absolutely amazing. Bob introduced me to him. Bob introduced me to Mark Victor Hansen. Bob introduced me to the gentleman, he's introduced me to so many people I can't remember all their names. This gentleman was the attorney general the attorney general for the state of Nevada. He's going to be on my show this week. Bob has introduced me to a lot of amazing people, and that's Elvis Presley's brother. I was talking to him in a group conversation that Bob introduced me to, which is unbelievable. Like, absolutely unbelievable. So I'm telling you that if you want to get your life to a whole new level, be at this dinner. Be at this dinner. It's next level by association. And that's not even what this live is about, but it is too, because you got to expand your thinking. You have to open up your mind, expand your mind by letting go, praying for the people that have caused you harm, praying for the people that did bad things to you, and then praying for yourself to be able to forgive yourself for the bad things you've done. Forgive yourself. And when you forgive yourself, and you start forgiving others, magic is going to happen. Your space is not reserved as one of the 20 until the payment is made. Simply here. Yes. This is very important. A lot of people have clicked that they're interested in going. Stop being interested in your life. If you were in the middle of the ocean and I came by with a life preserver and you're struggling to stay alive and you're drowning, would you be like, hey, I'm interested in that flotation device you have there? Or would you be like, dude, I need that. Give it to me. You'd be begging for it, man. Stop being interested in your life. Stop just being interested in your life. Get into your life. This is $100. Maybe you only have 150. You can get a room at the Motel 6. The $100 covers your dinner. So look, I'm reading some of your comments. Joe, what's wrong with you, man? I would never in a million years disclose who that third person was I talked to on the phone tonight. But I will tell you this. Make sure that when I go live tomorrow at 3 p.m., that you don't miss it. You do not want to miss this. Okay? All right. Hey, you guys have a great night. Kim. Well, come on over, Kim. Hop on a plane. It's the 27th. Where are you? In Australia, right? So, look. The bigger you think, the bigger you believe, the more you open up your heart and soul to receive, the more you will receive. And it will get ginormous. And you'll go, one day you'll be on the phone or you'll be in the presence of somebody and you'll think, how in the world did this happen? And then you'll say, it's because I started thinking bigger. Guys, have a great night. Thank you for watching. And thank you to everyone who shared this out. Have a great night. Appreciate you.